Ahoy there, and welcome back, friends and fellow adventurers. It's Alex Reid, your DM and guide here for the Lands of Manassas on Cocked, a Real Play D&D podcast. From all of us here at Cocked, we hope you all enjoyed the winter holiday episodes recently released. However, without further delay, let's get back into the campaign, and let's catch up with the cast as they answer today's question as their character. This week's question will be, what is your character's favorite season?
Oh, that's easy. I'll go first on this one.
Go for it.
Hi, this is Alex Groves. I play Aegard the Firbolg Druid. And, of course, as a druid, spring is his favorite. The renewal. Everything growing again. Now, where he's from, Homewood, everything is pretty much always in a kind of perpetual growing cycle, but all around everywhere else, the outskirts, fall is a little depressing because things kind of die off. Of course, winter, nothing really grows well, but spring is definitely his favorite. There's definitely an exuberance amongst all Firbolg in general with their connection to the natural world, but it definitely being a druid as well. Spring it really gets a little pep in his step.
See, I wasn't sure when you said definitely it's an easy one, I was like, okay, it's 50-50. It's either spring or it's fall for the pretty colors and some of the things that bloom in fall that don't bloom in the spring, stuff like that. I wasn't sure if you were gonna spin
but with those colors, colors signify death. So, it's one of those things where he's not sad about fall.
Right.
They have their own rituals around that time of year that as far as death and then renewal in the spring. But the change in the colors are a little bit more solemn because it does show that things are starting to die off, but leading into, the renewal of spring.
I'll go next. Hey guys, it's Joyner. I play Ebron Ironmane, the lean and ranger. Ebron's favorite time of year is kind of twofold. He enjoys both fall and winter because of where he lives. In the Pride Islands, they do get a little bit of snow. And so when the colder weather comes, that's when he's out and about more. And also that's also a prime hunting season where they can go and harvest, bigger deer and other animals for the wintertime because snowfall there does get pretty significant. And there's just something calming and peaceful about the colder months that really helps calm him and center him.
Hi, I'm Reggie Morris. I play Brakka Ultim, the Cobalt Artificer. Brakka's favorite season, hands down, is spring. Just bright colors, nice weather. It's when he's the happiest. Things growing and whatnot. Not everything like dying or dead in the winter and fall. It's not crazy hot like the summer. It's just kind of just right temperatures.
The campaign has to be in the springtime now all the time. Kadie has to make sure Brakka's happy.
Oh no, it's in the fall right now.
Hey guys, this is Jessica Reid. I play Kadie, a dragonborn fighter. Kadie's favorite season is actually very specific. It's at the cusp of the winter season ending and getting into spring. It starts with the blooming of the poppies that she favors at the monastery, and so that time frame when they start to bloom is her favorite.
So it would be around the month of Myrtle or the melting.
Sure.
Yep.
Exactly. Because I know these months and seasons of our world.
Oh, good.
Previously on Cocked, a Real Play D&D podcast, Kadie, Brakka, and Aegard made a detour off the main road and discovered some carvings in some of the tree trunks. Upon inspecting the carvings, Aegard remembered the symbol carved into the trunk from a scroll which details his tribe's history. The carvings represent an ancient coven, the Sisters of Night. The three eventually came across a 2-story hut in the woods and attempted to use deceit to get near the hut. Upon approach, 2 spiders emerged and dashed towards Aegard, while Kadie reacted by rushing to her friend's side with Brakka on her shoulders. And we pick up there where we left off.
he's just gonna hold a poison spray. if the spiders come within range and they are like gonna attack somebody, I'm gonna just let a poison spray loose. He doesn't know what to do right now since they're putting on some sort of performance.
So you see the two spiders look at each other, and they use their mandibles to communicate.
Yeah.
And as soon as you see that, one turns and sprints and runs straight up to Aegard, and you had a held action.
Yes, I did.
So go ahead and use your held action.
Wait, but they believed us.
Well, Katie, I'm sorry that you ran up next to me because my held action has an area.
That's okay. I'll be all right.
15-foot cube.
Oof, I'm there too.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Yeah. Constitution
I throw
save
Aegard
15.
or Brakka.
Everybody needs to do a con save of 15.
That's
That's
not
not
one.
gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna say no to that.
Holy crap! 21.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick.
Oh
Switch
man,
to the screen.
would my held action go off like at the same time?
Oh.
Okay.
Crap.
Like
Okay.
before I get knocked back?
Okay.
Jesus.
So Thunderwave goes off. That is 12 points of thunder damage. You take half.
Half. Okay.
That is half my
As
health.
basically Aegard just claps his hands together, and there's this concussive of 15 feet out, just boom, of
Perfect.
thunderous magic.
And so I will ask you to describe how this spider dies
Yes.
Yeah.
as you cast your Thunder Wave, correct?
Yeah.
So as you cast Thunder Wave, detail how the spider.
How would it?
How would it decease?
I think
It
it's
was
as
just
it's
thrown back into
so
the other one.
all its spider, basically all of its spider eyes burst, and it just falls down, and this blech comes out of it. It just basically I burst everything in it, and its its internal organs just ooze out.
So
Oh
I'll say
my
this.
gosh.
Just before you let your held action go, you see this spider's eyes burst and it falls lifeless. And you're looking at that for a moment, and out of the corner of your eye, you catch the other one that watches this immediately start to run up, and you're able to release your poison spray before it gets to you.
Okay, so con save of 15.
Con save of 15? And... Okay, well, hang on. I rolled a 12, but I don't... Yeah, they have a +1, so
Okay.
it failed.
5
Kill
poison.
this one too.
The first one I rolled a 4. I was like, oh, that's nowhere near. 5 points of damage?
Yeah, 5
Okay,
poison.
so it's still standing.
How many feet do I get knocked back? 15? It's either
I
like
don't
15 or 10.
10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So you fly off her
Yeah,
shoulder.
But you succeeded.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's a
How
con-
far is poison spray, though?
10 feet.
10 feet?
Yeah.
I'd say it's still within range because you got pushed back 10 feet, but as it ran up on Aegard and maneuvered in a way that you were able to hit it.
Right.
So, you hit it with poison spray. The spider runs up.
Just to clarify, I get knocked off Katie's shoulder.
Yes.
Please stop clarifying that.
An 11 does not hit Aegard, correct?
No, it does not.
So the spider runs up and attempts to bite and is unable to. Katie, you're on the other side of Aegard. You just watched one spider come up
Yep.
and the eyes explode, and then another one ran up to the other side and lashed out at Aegard, but missed.
Yeah.
You're up.
Yes, that happened.
I was here. I heard it.
I concur.
She's gonna unsheath her 2 morning stars
Ooh.
and just try to basically
Okay.
these spiders for coming up on us.
Well, just the one, right?
Well, just the one now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So first attack, it's the bonus damage. The second one is just a straight attack roll.
Oh no.
Is that
Her
a 1?
fear of spiders absolutely overtakes her body.
Awesome.
It is a 6 to try and hit the spider.
So, Katie, go ahead and roll for your second attack.
Oh, that one's better. She got scared initially, but then she just got pissed. That's a 19.
Okay, roll your damage. Remember, you don't add the...
Sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Go ahead and roll your damage. Remember, with this one, you don't add your damage modifier. It's just these straight
So that plus 2
hit dice.
is just the hit dice.
Right.
That is 6.
6?
Yeah. I bash its fucking
So-
head in. Sorry. I was hoping that would slide.
So the spider runs up, and Kadie, you flinch for a moment and swing through with the first attack, but you're leaning backwards as you do. So it's almost like you're shooing it away, and then you realize that you stepped back,
Right.
and all of a sudden you lunge forward and take a step with your other foot forward and come over the top with the other morning star. How does this spider's life end?
It just goes straight through.
So
That's how mad she is.
So yeah, so
And
like I
scared.
said, you back away and kind of almost shoot it, and then the second one you come through over the top, straight down on top where the eyes are, and just slam that, and your morning star doesn't stop until it hits the dirt. And both spiders are now dead. You guys are standing in the clearing.
There's someone in the house. I saw a hooded figure in the house. They sent the spiders after us.
Okay.
And Aegard starts to run towards the house.
Yeah, I instinctually, nope, instinctually just run with Aegard. I don't realize Brakka's not on me.
I'll catch up. I don't say that. I'm in pain. But
And as I'm running, I take the vial that, or whatever that.
Oh, the
orange,
potion.
Yeah, the potion.
Yeah.
That
is a hang on.
What
yeah,
is that?
her Katie's adrenaline is just running right now.
Drinker rolls a d4 and add the number rolled to every attack roll and saving throw they make for the next minute.
Yeah.
Damn.
So like with your primal
Okay.
savagery. And whatnot.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do.
Yep.
We're going to stay in the turn order that we rolled.
Yep.
When you guys get to the house, we're going to move in turn order.
Uh-huh.
But as you guys approach, you get within 10 feet, you hear a voice. Greetings, travelers. You seem to be lost, and it appears you may have misplaced something. Is that why you've come?
Aegard's not going to answer.
And
Oh my god.
so you guys hear that echo out, and Aegard continues forward. We'll resume turn order here with you getting to the door.
Uh-huh.
Are you guys, just for my knowledge, are you guys right behind Aegard, or how far back
Well,
are you
I have a
from him?
question. Did I hurt myself from the fall? Because emphasize I'm 2
damn it,
feet
Reggie.
tall, falling up
No,
a 6
no,
foot
because
person.
because you're under 10 feet on her shoulders.
Okay.
So it's
Stop clarifying.
It's
You were
every
fine.
10 feet 1d6, but because you were
Yeah,
on
calm
Katie's
down.
shoulders,
Sorry.
you're only like 7 feet tall.
Right.
So it wouldn't.
DM, just to clarify, I landed on the pointy end of my dagger. Did that hurt?
Roll a d4. No, you're fine with that. So you guys get there. You hear this cackle and this voice ring out. Aegard's rushing to the door. Where are you two?
Oh, I'm right behind Aegard, but I'm
you're right
visibly
behind Aegard?
shaking, but like adrenaline running.
Okay.
Brakka is going to take a potion of healing before he does anything else.
Nice.
So we'll say you are about 10 feet behind Kadie.
Yeah.
So Kadie and
I don't realize Brakka's not on my shoulder.
right, Kadie and Aegard would get to the door this turn. You'll be able to get there, but you'll be a little bit further back, so you won't be able to get in as far into the
Right.
house if you choose to enter. We will resume with Aegard getting to the door.
So as you're behind Aegard as he's running,
Yeah.
you see him drop the disguise self. So you see him just revert back into his big blue, beautiful self, and he,
Cornflower blue.
with as much speed as he can get, and I guess you probably want to do what an athletics roll. He puts his shoulder right into the door.
Yeah, I would say a strength or athletics, whatever's
Athletics,
higher.
okay.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
I get to add +4 to that.
It's I mean, I don't know if it's an attack roll or not. I don't know if you
I would say it's an attack roll on the door. You're trying to break the door and break
Well,
it
it's
down.
an attack roll or saving
It's
throw, right?
1d4
Break that
added to
motherfucker.
every attack roll and saving throw
Okay.
made within the next minute.
You let me know what you want.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a
D4.
So athletics to attack.
what is higher, your athletics or your like primal savagery bear attack with the +4?
Probably
bear
primal
attack.
savagery because it adds your
Well, not
strength.
like bear, but like your
I got you.
you know.
Primal savagery is higher. So
Okay, use that +4.
Okay, so then, how about, well, then let's back up then. You see Aegard running. You see him go from this hunched over kind of old man form back to his big blue, beautiful Furbolg self. as fast as he can, and then you see him kind of, his shoulders kind of hunching over, and the, from behind the claws coming out as he casts Primal Savagery and hit the door as hard as he damn can.
Yep.
So that is going to be a... Oh, hi. That's a 19. That's a 22 to hit the door. Yeah.
You get to the door.
Yeah.
Oh crap! We didn't check for traps.
You explode the door.
Yeah.
That door just shatters and flies in. There's wood pieces everywhere. And you actually, with your momentum, continue about 5 feet inside the room as you stop and you look around and you see a very dark, dimly lit hut. As you look around, you see these tiny cages that are lantern-like on the bottom floor.
Yeah.
You see different creatures and different things inside of them
Yeah.
that are either dead or look like they are clinging to life.
Yeah.
You see vials and jars with all different kinds of parts
Oh
of
my
like
God.
animals and creatures and that.
This is everything that he's probably heard of the Sisters of Night, too.
Yes. Yes, this is very much what you've heard of, and absolutely it triggers something inside Aegard that is absolute anger because it is absolute disregard for nature, and it's tearing it and picking it apart for its own gain rather than preserving what life is.
Yeah.
As you look around and you feel that anger building inside you, you hear, "Yes, the ingredients are here." And you can hear the voices coming from the second floor.
Right.
You use 15 feet of movement from that turn
Sure.
to break the door for your charge and inside the house. So you have whatever's left of your movement.
Just, I'm heading towards the stairs.
So it takes you 10 feet to get to the stairs once you're inside, and you're on the first step headed up. You have about another 10 feet to get to the top of the stairs.
Okay, yeah.
Brakka, you are up.
Brakka will just follow in fashion just as fast as he can to catch up to Aegard so that he's just not rushing in alone.
You're able to get inside the house.
Right.
Based on where, because you were about 10 feet behind Aegard, so you're able to get to where you're moving towards the stairs, but you're not quite at the bottom of them yet.
Brakka is going to just hold a poison spray to let it loose on anything that seems overtly hostile to him or the party.
So you make it inside the hut. You get about 10 feet away from Aegard. You're holding your action for a poison spray if anything
Just hostile, jumps
hostile
out at the
moves
party.
down towards you guys.
Yeah, that gets within range of my poison spray.
Kadie, you're up.
I'm running in.
So you were right behind Aegard.
Yep.
So if you run in, you're able to move past Brakka right behind Aegard moving up the stairs. At this point, you see that blue bird fly in through the window, and as it does, you see it change, and its colors change to black as a raven flies in through the window and heads into the second floor. You hear a cackle come from upstairs. Ibron, make a perception check at disadvantage. And because you were put out magically, it is going to be a higher DC.
13.
You don't stir this round. As this happens and you see the bird fly in, you hear a cackle come from the back corner. Well, come in, won't you? And Aegard, it's your turn.
He is heading straight for the cackle.
Okay, so
The cackler.
as you get to the top of the stairs,
Yeah.
you're instantly met by a claw. So she hits with a 23. Actually, you know what? I rolled a 1 on both of my d8s.
Oh.
So you take 6 points of slashing damage as this creature comes out of the shadows and slashes at your throat, but misses and cuts across your chest instead. And you hear, "Get out of my home," followed by a cackle.
Right.
I just okay.
Are we welcome or no?
And now it's your up.
Yeah. So
That was a held action. So
Yeah.
you get to the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
It takes about 10 feet of your movement to get there. And she has bottlenecked you right there with the slash. But with your momentum, if you wanted to try to tackle or anything like that, I would say you still have the ability to, or you can attack her where you stand.
See, I want to use Primal Savagery to attack her, but also back her off.
Can
Okay, you know what?
slash
No,
and
he's
push?
gonna attack her. It's his mental state. Sorry,
Okay.
I don't know why I'm thinking this.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So we're doing the two, right? the 2 swipes at her kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first one you add your attack modifier,
And
the
the
second
other
one you don't.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so that's a...
You had your D4, by the way.
Plus a D4. That's a 21.
Hits.
And then 17 plus 7 is a 24. Plus 2 is a 26.
Hits.
Just this one time.
This is one time. The 26 hits. 6, 5, 11 points of acid damage. Weird that primal savagery is acid.
I thought I did necrotic.
No, it's acid.
No, yeah, it's acid.
It's weird.
Is primal savagery a spell or cantrip?
Cantrip.
So
Cantrip.
11 acid damage.
Yeah. And
So-
he's gonna look. I mean, can I look in the thing's eyes at this point?
Mhm.
And I'm going to say with that second hit, like the claws kind of stick in a little bit more, just for to sit there and hold it for a minute. And I'm like, "You're not welcome here."
She looks at you and cackles. People like you have been here before. And just as before, you will perish.
The old bitch.
And Brakka, you're up.
Can I see her
You hag.
from where I am?
You can see her from where you are. She's about 20 feet away from you.
Okay.
Because the stairs are about 15 feet, and you are just at the edge of the base of the stairs.
Okay, so I can't see anything on like the second floor. Yeah.
Right, so like if the stairs are here, you'd be off to the side right here.
Okay.
That's where you were able to get, and Katie's right there, getting ready to move up.
Brakka is going to pull out a vial. He is going to concoct this like lighter brown fluid, and he is going to throw it, like lob it to where it just shatters on the ground on where the witch is or whatever. And he's going to cast grease.
Okay, make. I think it would be a dex, not
I mean,
necessarily an attack.
that's just flavor
Because
for me
you're-
casting the spell.
Right,
That's
because
all it is.
right, but you're
That's
not
true.
you're not hitting her. You're trying to put the spell in the exact spot that you want. So I would say,
Well, if I have to, I'll move up to do it. So
well, I
don't-
would say it's more just a lob thing. You're still gonna. What does grease do? Is it only a 5-foot area,
It's 10.
or it's 10?
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and roll a dex and see if you hit the exact spot that she's in.
I mean, I'll move up if I have to. I
No,
don't
no,
wanna,
it's
like,
okay. It's
possibly
okay.
miss it.
I have an idea. For it.
14.
So it was 12 is what I was going to make it. So it comes up and it hits right where her feet are. Is that what you want? Do you want it to be
Yeah,
on the
like,
stairs, or
well-
do you want to hit just behind her so it hits the 4 squares around her, but not the stairs?
Pretty much, yeah, because I don't want Aegard to possibly slip. Like, if I can, I want to kind of maneuver it to, like, so where Aegard can, like, get up to, like, the second level completely if he wants to.
Okay.
So that he doesn't possibly slip. I pretty much literally just want to hit the square or the area that she's in and
Yeah,
the
so-
other 3 surrounding ones.
So you lop the vial and you're able to get just behind her, and you watch as she looks as it goes past her and lands and explodes. That area within 10 feet of her explodes into grease, and you see as her feet start to slip, she doesn't get as much hold until she uses her nails to kind of dig in for a moment.
Okay. It's a deck save. I don't know. If she fails, she falls prone. It's at DC 15.
I rolled a 15. So
Okay.
we'll say she starts to stumble like that, and she digs her claws in, and she's able to regain her balance
Right.
momentarily.
Okay. It just stays there. So if
Does she have to make a dex check every round, or if she moves in it?
enters the area or ends its turn. So I don't know if starting it would be.
She would have to get out of it in order to not take it again. If
Yeah.
she stays there to block you on the stairs, she has to do it. So, Kadie, it is your turn. You are at the base of the stairs looking up. Aegard is about 10 feet in front of you. And on the other side, you see this wrinkled figure with a hooded robe. As the hooded figure lashed out, you saw this green hue to the hands and these long nails that almost look like claws come across Aegard's chest looking up, and you could just briefly saw them.
So Kadie wants to go up the stairs to the point to where she can see who is doing this and cast Witch Bolt.
So you are just behind Aegard.
I want to get to the point where I can see them.
So
That's
you
it.
can see her, but do you want to say something to Aegard so he can lean to one side or the other so you can cast around Aegard?
Yeah, I mean, I can do it. If I can see her from where I'm at.
Well, you can see her, but the stairs are like 5 feet wide, so it's kind of funneled going up.
I gotcha.
So
And you're in the middle of
And
the
here's
way.
the thing, not to be difficult about this at all,
Mhm.
but remember he's very feral right now, so we'll probably have to roll some sort of contested, do I get the cue, do you want me to move out of the way kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just to be...
That's what I'm asking. What do you want to try to do to get him to move?
So, yeah, because Kadie has just this adrenaline rush going on and she's just vibrating with this, she's going to go up maybe 5 more feet and just be like, move! So that way she can try to cast it towards not hitting him. Do I need to do any type of like intimidation or...
No, I would say you running up there and saying move is probably enough for Aegard to hear. How would Aegard react when he hears that from Kadie?
That's why I think we need to have maybe some sort of contested... Put it on the dice.
Okay.
Because, right, I mean, if it just... Yeah, maybe you do like persuasion.
I'd say it's
Persuasion.
more. I'd say it's more persuasion because she's talking to you,
right?
Than intimidation check.
And then what do you want me to roll? Just like insight to see
like
what
a wisdom save or something?
Yeah, I think I think insight would be to understand what she's saying. I think you're correct.
Okay.
What's your lowest ability?
Yeah.
All right.
22 to understand. So I think I get it.
Okay.
Okay.
And what was yours for persuasion?
15.
15?
Yeah.
No, he understands it.
Oh,
if,
okay.
if it was lower than yours,
Right.
it would have been harder for him to understand.
I got you.
It
Okay.
would contested the opposite way it normally is.
I got you. Okay.
Mhm. So,
I was
yeah.
like, oh no.
So Kadie runs up and yells, "Move!"
Yeah.
And Aegard, feeling the intensity of what Kadie said,
Yeah.
which way do you lean?
I would, well, if she's coming up, we're all going up this way, I would move to the left.
Okay, so you lean kind of against the landing, not necessarily against the side of the house.
Right.
Kadie, as you say that, you see Aegard lean to the left against the landing, and you kind of extend around and push your hand forward to the right as you cast Witch Bolt.
19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, you hit.
Yes.
11 points of lightning damage.
God.
11 points of lightning
Ooh,
damage.
she tingling.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were 2 good hits. It's 22
Whoa.
points right there.
She's a hag, so.
She looks down at her chest as you do this witch bolt, and this object is lodged in her chest, in her sternum. And she cackles for a moment and looks. She says, "You think this is the end? No. This is but the beginning." And she instantly reaches out. Aegard, I'm going to say you still have your Primal Savagery Claw in that side of her.
Right.
So when you moved, you kind of adjusted and it kind of went in deeper. She grabs your arm and shoves her other hand right in the center of your chest, trying to go for your heart as well.
That sounds fucking terrible. She's about to Temple of Doom me.
Oh my god.
Does a 17 hit?
It does.
It does?
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
What's Aegard's AC?
16.
Oh man.
Well, with his, he has his shield on him, so that's about it.
Do you add the +4 to that at all? No.
Nah, it's
That's
a
a
saving
saving
throw.
throw. It's an attack roll.
You take 10 points of damage,
How you looking?
of slashing damage, as she reaches into your chest and then just pulls off, and you see this chunk
Oh
around
my
your
God.
sternum get pulled away and drops. And she cackles again and immediately goes around the staircase. You have an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
Does she slip on the grease?
She's not in the,
Oh.
oh wait, yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
she was
it's
right at
around
the end of
her.
the breeze.
She's attempting to, but she hasn't moved yet because your
Okay.
attack of opportunity is going to hit her
Yeah.
in the space that she's in. Actually, no, it won't. She's still in your threat range. If she maneuvers around, it would be as she leaves the staircase. So she does have to make
I'm gonna laugh if she slips.
After she's been all intimidating.
It's
What
15.
was it say? 15?
15 dex
She
save.
makes a 15.
Damn it.
I hit
See
her
this
with
bitch
a,
fall on her ass.
I hit her with a 26.
I rolled a 14, and that's +1.
Oh, I think that
You rolled a 26, you
Yeah.
hit her.
14.
That's 10 acid damage.
Ooh, nice.
nice.
She maneuvers around the stairs
Yeah.
and heads back in the room. Make a perception check at disadvantage as you're turning to watch her move.
Okay, we're not getting worse than that. Yeah, no, 10.
As you look around, you see that she's headed towards the back. This floor looks pretty empty compared to the bottom floor, but you do notice a podium on the far side near the window that she had appeared in when you were outside,
Okay.
near that front window.
Yeah.
There's a podium there, and it doesn't face the window. It faces inward. And she retreats behind that, and she's back in that corner. It is now Aegard's turn.
Okay. Aegard, how far away is she then?
So she's about 25 feet from where you
Can I
are.
see her?
Yes, you can see her. You do notice that, like, this landing, as you come up, there's not railing that goes around it. It just goes to flat landing as well.
Okay, so can everyone see her then? I mean, this is still... I'm visually, I'm just having a hard time with
Kadie can't see her yet, but if she moves 5 more feet up, if you give her a little space to get to the top
She'll
of the
see it.
landing,
Okay.
then her head would crest the floor and be able to see.
Oh, yeah, because all fluid happened. Okay, so you see Aegard holding the area where she just took a chunk out of him and slowly starts heading towards her.
Okay.
And he's going to get within 15 feet of her. Again, he's going to cast Thunderwave, second level. So she needs to make a con save.
Her con is +3. How did you walk up the stairs? Did you...
I would say I avoided the grease.
You avoided the grease?
I would have seen it. I mean, I knew it was there, so I would have avoided it. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So instead of walk up the landing, we're going to say you used 10 feet, which you'll still get within range, to pull yourself up to that landing that doesn't have grease and maneuver around and head to the back.
Yeah.
So you use about 25 feet of movement to get within 15 feet of her.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And you can see Aegard's like doubled over. He's not looking good.
Stop getting closer.
She rolled a 14.
Okay. So she's going to take... I don't have 3, so we'll just roll here. 14 thunder damage.
Okay. And then is she pushed 10 feet?
Pushed 10 feet away. And then, am I near a wall or something?
I was going to say, that room's annihilated.
Yeah, it's not looking
You
great.
are kind of standing in the middle of the room. You're not necessarily by a wall because you walked up and walked straight along the stairs.
Just for visual, is there anything like I don't know. Aegard's going to basically be
there
almost dropping to
there
a
is a
knee.
table to your right that you could rest your hand on and kind of lean on after this happens. You do notice that as this thunder wave goes off, the windows in this hut just shatter out.
Yeah.
Connor, with advantage, make a perception
Wake
check.
up!
18.
18 will do it. You hear this loud noise. As you kind of blink and you look around, you can see Aegard leaning against the table. He looks rough. And as you look around, you can see that the glass is missing from all the windows that you saw before, but it's not on the floor. It looks like whatever happened blew the windows out. And as you start looking around, you can see that the hag was slammed into the wall. And she has what looks like a book in her hand and reaches around and grabs something else. Alex, go ahead and roll a d6.
Okay. 5.
5. So she takes 5 more points of damage as
the wall.
the force was slammed into the wall.
Okay. I should have done that when I took your potion.
That would have been good. Brakka, you are up. You are at the bottom of the stairs.
Can Brakka make it to Aegard?
No.
Okay. How far can he get to Aegard?
Because of your size, I would say it is tough for you to avoid the grease. It would be hard for you to be able to pull yourself up to avoid the grease.
Okay.
Just based on that area that you're at. Now,
Do you need me to throw you?
Oh, nah. That'd be kind of funny, though.
Pumpkin chunkin.
I'll tell you what, Kadie, if you want to use your reaction to give him a little boost, like to put your hand out so he can step onto your hand to step up, then I would say you'd be able to do that landing, but that would take your reaction from right there. I would say, because it's just instinctually putting it out. It's not necessarily
as much as they
lifting
are
up.
like he's used to climbing up on her and stuff like that. Would he not just be able to climb up her real
Climb
quick?
up me. Ah.
You know what? We could do that without the reaction. You could climb up Kadie's back on her shoulders and jump from her shoulders onto the landing. It'll take about 20 feet of your movement, but then you could get right behind Aegard.
Okay. If I can get, like, within touching distance to Aegard, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, so you're at the Brakka is at the base of the stairs.
Yeah.
He runs up to Kadie, and Kadie, you can feel as he starts to climb up your back and gets on your shoulders, and instantly jumps from your shoulders onto the landing, and you can hear him as he scurries up behind Aegard and puts his hand right on the back of Aegard's calf.
Yeah, while Brakka was running and everything, he was kind of just like with one hand, like kind of building like a mini syringe, and then with like a vial on his side, he like kind of filled it up with this like brighter red liquid. And when he like got to Aegard, he kind of just stabbed you in the back with it, and then just injected you.
Well, so as you run up, you take one hand and you reach around like the front of his shin, and then in the back of his calf, you stick the syringe and cast Cure Wounds.
Healed for 10.
Oh, nice.
Thank you very much.
Am I within 10 feet of the hag?
No, you're about 20 feet away from the hag right now.
Okay.
Because Aegard, correct me if I'm wrong, you stopped 15 feet away from her, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming I have no more movement left,
No more
right?
movement.
Okay.
Nope. That was 30 feet to climb up, jump over, and run up behind him.
Okay. That's all Brakka's going to do then.
Okay, Kadie, you're up.
I can still see her, or do I need to move closer to her?
You can move up another like 5 feet without getting in the grease, and you can see her, or you can pull yourself up to the landing.
I'll go ahead and pull myself up to the landing because I want to make sure I'm available in there, and then just.
Yep, and you can pull yourself up to avoid the grease where you threw it. It works fine. So you now have line of sight on her. She is about 25 feet away from you.
Okay, so I'll just try to do a witch bolt.
Okay.
I don't want to say cast because I'm not necessarily casting.
But you're not
it
casting
again.
it. It's not a
Right.
to hit, right?
Yeah.
It's just instant damage. You don't have to roll it to hit for it. Because it's lodged inside of it.
Yeah, you keep going. You just use your action.
What?
Yeah, that's why it's concentration.
So it was just the first time I had a hit, and then it's just automatic each time after that?
If you choose to use your action.
Yeah, 10 points, bitch.
Sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry, Grandma.
Sorry, that was Kadie. She just gets really excited when she damages people.
Yeah, Witch Bolt is coming in clutch, though. That's doing a lot.
So it hits her and it erupts. And you see as she's looking hurt. She was slammed against the wall. She was looking really, really rough. And you can see she's clutching this book. And the way that you slammed her, you slid her back into something that she gripped. And she looks around and she says, "Oh, this is not the end. No. And she waves her hand in the air and starts to make these symbols and disappears.
Motherfucker, I knew that.
And you hear this as she disappears. And you feel like it's not that she went invisible. What you witnessed is the air and the objects around her started to almost morph.
She plane shift.
And change different, and kind of elongate and twist into circles and then snap, and they return to normal as she cast plane shift and disappeared from the hut. At this point, Ebrone, you have seen this all take place. You are now wide awake, and I will give you a free action before we return to turn order. Jesus. Torn order. Jesus.
I'm going to look at all of them and go, can someone come free me, please?
And it's at this point that you all kind of like look over to the voice and you guys see Ebrone. None of you had noticed that he was there just yet. You did notice you didn't see him when you came in on the first floor, but now you guys see Ebrone.
Oh, hi.
And it's at this point we will drop turn order.
Yeah.
And you guys can...
Aegard's so angry that table he's leaning on, he picks it up and throws it at where the hag was.
Brakka's gonna
He's just beyond angry that she got away. 'Cause that's something that he can't allow to exist, knowing what.
When you cast Thunderwave, you slammed her against the corner where I had the magic carpet. She grabbed it and took it with her.
That bitch. Wait, I thought she had a book, though.
She did. She
had a
grabbed the
book,
book
too.
off the podium
Yeah.
when she got there. and then Thunderwave slammed her against the corner of the wall, and she reached over and grabbed the magic carpet and then disappeared.
Yeah, whatever.
Aegard goes over to Ebron and cuts you loose.
Thank you.
It's good to see you, friend.
Are you
And
hurt?
you as well. Pissed off, but I'm...
Well, physically, not mentally.
Yeah, is he physically hurt at all?
Nope.
Nope.
He was just unconscious. It wasn't anything that damaged him. It just put him to sleep.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. When I
No.
was taken...
Sorry. Sorry, Canelo. When you were taken,
were my weapons and gear left behind?
they were all on you. Your party would have noticed if your stuff had gone missing and grabbed them. So they were all with you on the carpet, but at the moment they are not on you.
Okay. Are they in the room or are they downstairs?
You can make a perception check. Or an investigation check.
Dirty 20.
You don't see them on this floor, but if you continue searching around and you head downstairs, is that what you want to do? Do you want to continue searching and head downstairs, or do you want to talk with your party before you continue?
I
looking?
want to talk with my party because I saw what the hag did to him, and that really pissed Ebron off. On top of the fact that she knocked him out, and having seen what she did to him, Ebron's concerned about Aegard and the rest of the group because they just went through hell.
Yeah, I'd say you could surmise that she did the damage to Aegard that you're seeing right now. The other thing is, you heard her talking and say things that the rest of them did not hear.
I'm going to share with the group what she told
Herself?
me. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, what she talked to herself about.
I'm going to tell y'all what she was explaining.
Okay.
So forgive me, but DM, you can fill in the blanks. I'm sorry.
So she had said he'd been hearing her talk to herself about the different ingredients that she would be excited to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily in the way she talked about it. It was another person, but she was talking to herself about how excited will she be when I bring her these ingredients.
Almost
So the
as
head
if,
hag.
almost as if she's talking about a deity, maybe.
Deity, another hag. I mean, you can surmise what you want from it, but you know there's another.
Yeah.
It seems to be
Yeah.
there's another person involved in whatever's taking place.
I mean, it's a coven, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Aegard first is going to go ahead and put a little more healing on himself because he's still a third down. So he's going to cast Healing Spirit. So you're within 60 feet of me. You get 1d6 of healing. It's a 5.
Oh, nice.
So I'm only 5 down then for my total. Oh, wait. Hold on. DM.
Yes.
It was a...
Oh, it is a spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Roll a d20 again. Crit, you're
20.
good.
Yeah.
Anything above a 10, you're good. 9 and below is where something would happen. But I want to give you... So
Yeah.
Every time you start to cast, it gets a little bit easier with that
help me
dice
remember
roll.
that too, because we missed a lot this time around.
Did we?
Yeah, I cast a lot of stuff. Well, not a lot of stuff, but Thunderwave and all that other stuff that I cast.
I guess, yeah. I guess
Should've.
Thunderwave we should have. But no, I
Probably Savagery should have, but... Okay, so yeah, so you get 5. So we get 5.
Okay,
back.
thank you.
I gotta remember that. Okay. And then Aegard would want to kind of investigate to see if there's anything, related to the coven here. I know she took the book and that, but if there's any kind of laying around.
You do see some other symbols that you had seen before carved in things. Specifically in the side of the cauldron, you can see where it's almost like an indention that looks like the shape of the crescent moon. Make a perception check, everybody.
19.
17.
13.
10.
Do any of you speak Sylvan?
Yes.
Doubt I do.
Yeah, Aegard does. It's Fae, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you, as you're looking around for things, you hear a faint cough in the distance. And as you look in that direction, you can see what looks like it is a pixie that was in the cage. And it starts to look up, and it looks extremely hurt on death's door. And you hear in Sylvan, it says, Is she gone?
Yes, she is. Now, the pixie's within 60 feet of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could I, since it takes a minute and I just cast it, could we say that it also gets the benefit of those 5 hit points?
So that is what woke her up.
Oh, okay.
She was unconscious, and when you cast that spell, that's where
good.
she started to kind of cough and wake up and come to.
Okay.
And that's why you hear her and Sylvan reach out to you and ask if she was gone.
Yeah. Yes, she has left.
And you hear the keys are in the podium. And she kind of just like raises her hand and points towards the podium. Mm-hmm. And as you look over, make an investigation check with advantage.
That is going to be a 17.
You notice a small rectangle on the backside, like facing the pixie, that looks like if you pressed on it, it would pop out.
Okay. So I press on it.
You can see some keys that come out. There's about 4 in there.
Okay.
As you walk over to the cage, I'm assuming once you grab the keys, you go over to the pixie. You're able to try 1 or 2 and then able to open the cage.
Yeah. Okay, good.
And the pixie kind of comes out. Are you extending your hand to her? Or
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, she is going to walk out of the cage onto your hand, and you notice that the wings on her back, this pixie has shown itself now to you. So you notice that the body is more of a purplish hue, and the wings are blue, but the wings look very... You know pixies are usually bright when they show themselves.
Yeah.
The wings look very dull.
Okay.
Like she is... had her magic and powers pulled from her.
Oh, okay.
As you continue to look around, you see other cages, and she says, "They haven't been here long, but she was trying to capture my people."
Okay.
And she just kind of sits down and just looks like she's getting ready to rest in your hand.
Okay. So I want to try to find something. Oh gosh, I don't know what Aegard has on him. Anyway, something I can just kind of gently lay her down.
Okay.
You know, just like on a table or something, gently.
Yeah, as you look over, there is like a cushion or like a pad on a chair area, like made of straw. As you approach the cushion, does Kadie want to do something?
Oh, I was just gonna take her from you and like hold her if I needed to.
Yeah, so let's do that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Can I ask?
If
Can I
she's
ask
okay.
her what her name is?
Yes. She says, "Yes. My name is Ellie Shadowwings."
Ellie Shadowwings.
Shadowwings.
Okay. I am Aegard. This is Kadie, Brakka, and Adriano. Kadie, can you hold? And I hand Ellie to Kadie.
It's okay. I won't hurt you.
She seems a little timid at first.
Sure.
But seeing that you extended it out, she kind of crawls. She doesn't really stand up. She doesn't have a lot of strength right now.
Well, I figured I would just kind of lower her.
Yeah, if you just kind of lower her in the hand, she'll kind of just let it happen, and then kind of rests and just lays in a little ball in your hands as you reach them out.
Yeah.
And as you pull them close, you can see that she kind of not necessarily cuddles with your hand, but curls up in the ridges of your hand.
Yeah.
And as you hold it to your chest, she kind of just settles in and just starts to breathe. And you can roll an insight check real quick.
Oh God, Katie's not good with these things. I just wanted to help the creature. 15.
You feel like she is at ease, in comfort right now. Like maybe she had been in that cage for a little while and she's not used to such kindness, and that she is accepting it and just trusting you.
Okay.
as she kind of drifts off to sleep.
Katie, would you take Ellie outside? She might enjoy being out of this place.
I can do that. So Katie will she's just holding her still to her chest and just walking slowly, avoiding the grease.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been gone by now. It's been a minute. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's been. You guys have been up here for about a minute.
Brakka and Ebron, would you help me see if there are any other creatures in these cages that are still alive?
Question, because I was going to do something before all of that, if I could.
Go ahead.
Could the raptor, like in its organic form, help me search for stuff like sniff things out and whatnot?
Not really.
Okay.
It's really just
a
meant
mount,
to be
pretty
a
much.
mount. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Aegard, are we doing anything else today?
Katie and Ellie are gone at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I want to save anything that we saving. I want to see if there's any information we can find about the coven. I want to burn this place to the ground.
Okay, cool. Would you be mad if I collected not the animal stuff? That's weird. The other.
Take what you need.
Okay.
I understand.
Brakka's just gonna confused by seeing whatever that thing is, because I doubt he's ever seen a fairy before. He's just gonna look around the hut.
What area does Thunderwave affect when it goes off?
It's a 15-foot cube.
Okay, just 15-foot cube?
Right.
Okay.
So I probably could have killed several things.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Well, you did it at the back end.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really... Most of the cages were downstairs.
Right.
Near the hearth.
Right.
Which is where you pulled the pixie from, was around the hearth.
Right.
As you continue looking at the cages, most of them are empty, or they have the remains of, like, birds and small animals in them. But there's nothing else alive in the cages.
Okay.
First true signs of a serial killer.
She is a hag. As you go downstairs, there are a lot of different, like, eyes and tongues and things like that they use for their spells and to create their potions. You don't necessarily find anything that's created.
Just a bunch of raw ingredients.
Just a bunch of raw ingredients at the moment.
Are there any that just generally stick out?
Not so much to you. They're more like I said, they're more organic eyes, frog legs, tongues, things like that you see in the jars. I'll undo that because your raptor is basically a fine familiar, because familiars are able to help you look and things like that and smell. I'll say he probably is able to use his nose to smell things.
Yeah,
I think that makes more sense.
Do you want to go back and say that Brakka will just...
You can just make an investigation check with advantage right now with him helping.
Yeah, but I guess I'll say now that Brakka, before he started searching, will bring out his raptor in the organic form.
I'm also going to use some firbolg magic.
Okay.
And I'm able to cast detect magic.
Okay, we'll do the raptor first, and then we'll get to
26.
26. The raptor can sense quite a bit with its smell, but the overwhelming smell of like the formaldehyde-like substance used to preserve all these things is what it gets the strongest smell of, the strongest whiff of, and that is a vat on the first floor in the back corner. There's just kind of a vat of it that it looks like maybe they went over and would dip jars in and put whatever's in there and seal it. For Aegard casting detect magic, that vat lights up. Whatever that was a type of magic fluid that they were using to keep things from decaying and stuff like that.
Yeah, if my raptor would, like, I guess, make me aware of it, I'll walk over to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I detected that it was magical, I'd let you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep, I would say Brakka and the raptor get downstairs first, but as you cast detect magic and continue walking around, that is the strongest thing that you get off of it, and all the jars that have the different things in it start to light up as well to you.
Okay, I'd let you know, but I also want to let's be on our way soon. And Ebron, if you could help me,
Of course.
I want to control. We burn this place down.
Brakka will fill up, like, how many vials does he have? Like 20 something.
Well, stuff's already in jars, right? Did you say there are things in jars?
All of those in jars have different animal parts in it, though. Like they're using that to preserve things.
Sure, but there still has liquid in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It has liquid in it.
Brakka will ask Aegard because he's kind of reconsidering it. You'd be mad if I took this stuff, right? And he's just gonna point to like the animal parts.
They are dead.
Oh,
They serve no purpose staying here and being burned.
okay. Brakka will just take the animal parts that are in the jars and just put them in his bag of holding.
Roll a DZ4.
So 1.
You get 1 jar.
Okay. What's in it?
An eye.
Okay. How big's the eye?
It's not very big.
Okay. And he'll just
Eye of a newt.
go over to the vat with that magic stuff and fill up like 5 vials with it.
So you grab one jar of it, and then you grab 5 vials
Yeah,
of
just
the...
fill up 5 vials.
What else exactly are we looking for?
Well, this hag was part of a coven, the Sisters of Night, that my people have run into before, a long time ago. It appears they are back. So we're just looking. I was looking basically for anything that would give us any kind of insight of what they're up to. But I think we've found everything we can at this point. So I want to get rid of this building. And then they have markings on trees on the trail to this house that I would like to try and remove from trees on our way back to the main road.
Okay.
Aegard, you do notice there is, with your detect magic, there's a strange glow kind of in the middle of the house.
Okay.
It gives off this bluish coloration.
Okay.
It doesn't have to do with the school of magic that it is. It is an actual glowing rock that just, what it does is it illuminated it a little bit more.
Mm.
What do you want to do with it?
Let's take
Are
it.
you going to pick it up?
Famous last words. Yes.
Thank you, friends and fellow adventurers, for rejoining the campaign after our brief detour on the high seas of Manassas. We are so glad to have our regular listeners return, as well as some new ones. A very big thank you to Lauren Snell and Tessa Wanderer, who are 2 of our newest Patreon subscribers. We look forward to putting the funds from Patreon towards some quality extras we are putting together for our subscribers, along with continuing to put out high-quality tabletop RPG madness along the way. If you haven't gotten a chance to follow our cast and crew on social media, the links will be provided in the episode description. Please join us next week as we see just what happens when Aegard picks up the mysterious glowing stone.